Today is National Nut Day.
This is nuts. I know, dude.
So if you're ready to get totally nuts, here's a few fun facts about nuts.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Fact number 1, peanuts aren't actually nuts.
What?
They're legumes, like beans or lentils. So technically, peanut butter is bean paste.
Nuts.
Which makes your PB&J a delicious bean sandwich.
Nuttin' like these nuts.
Fact number 2, cashews grow on apples. Each cashew hangs off the bottom of an adorable cashew apple, kinda like nature's weird earring.
Okay.
Which means the cashew nut is basically a fruits derriere.
Here's some nuts.
Oh, nuts. Excellent.
Fact number 3, walnuts were used in ancient art and medicine. The Romans believed walnuts could cure headaches because they looked like brains. Science says they were wrong, but it's still more convincing than most TikTok wellness influencers.
He's going nuts! He's nuts! He's really nuts!
Fact number 4, the world's largest nut is called the coco de mer. It weighs up to 60 pounds and looks very anatomically inappropriate.
See more butts!
Let's just say it's been banned from certain customs offices for being too suggestive.
Crazy, bad, rotten nut.
And finally, fact number 5, pistachios can spontaneously combust. Believe it or not, if stored in large quantities, they can generate enough heat and oil to catch fire on their own. After all, nothing says healthy snack like flammable nuts.
Those are my nuts. My nuts.
And now you know the facts from soup to nuts.
Has everybody gone nuts around here?
Happy National Nut Day, and try not to drive everyone nuts.
Maybe I am nuts.
What kind of a show is this?
Intellectual yet stimulating.
It calls for extreme sobriety and impeccable behavior.
It's immature, and it's borderline offensive.
It's all right for savages and children.
And I like it.
Pump up the volume here.
Pump up the jam. Pump it up. You know, I got to say, I'd not listened to that yet. The nut facts, it's interesting that peanuts are beans. Why don't we call them pea beans? Because that would sound freaky. Good morning and happy National Nut Day, indeed. Hi. Carrie I text her, happy National Nut Day. I love you, my favorite nut. And she said, LOL, D's nuts. That's how you keep a marriage strong. Because sometime in the morning show, I knew there was going to be a D's nuts joke. So might as well be inserted by Carrie right off the top. Skirt. Look at the sheen on here today. Boy, you can almost read the Real Rock wall logos. Oh, boy. You know, and like when we go to Aldi's and I buy cashews, I'm like, where'd you get those nuts? Aldi's. So they're Aldi's nuts? Yes, they are. I know. But Aldi, not Aldi's. It's like calling it the Walmarts. I apologize if that offends anyone. Hey, right off the bat, we have our Cape West Rotary radio auction coming up this Saturday. We sorted the items last night. We've got, I think, over 140, 150 items, something like that. Probably about 150-ish. Anyway, we'll open up the bidding on them soon, and you'll be able to bid online, and then you can, get some cool stuff. Now, most of these are local. There's some things in there like Visa gift cards and stuff that you could use, but I'm not shipping you shit. Sorry. So if you're out of town, unless you really want to buy out crazy, we'll work something out. I needed my coffee this morning. We made it a 4-hour window for sorting last night. But I think it was once we got the train on the tracks. Hey, I want to share something else too. An album link. It's Spotify, so if you don't have Spotify, just go look up the artists or whatever. But when I was doing my Emergenza thing, one of the bands I worked with in Austin was called Blitzum. And these guys were mostly Puerto Rican dudes that were here in the States, and they were awesome guys and played music. And their lead guitarist vocalist, Ignacio Pena, is a friend, and we've remained friends for this last 20 years, which is crazy to think. But anyway, Ignacio is still doing things, putting out incredible music, and this is just his latest little EP. It's like 2.5 songs technically, because the first one's Prelude. But he just makes such good music. I love his melodies. I love it. And if you don't speak Spanish, you're not going to understand it necessarily. But he has English stuff out as well. But anyway, I want you to check it out. Some in Spanish, some in English. But This is new stuff that has been kind of a long time coming, I think, as we get more and more. But what I like about Ignacio is he likes to address things like in 2010, 15 years ago, he put out one that I still use a piece of it for my community corner backdrop music every morning, or every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Anyway, El Grande Bere Planeta Terra. It's about songs about the earth and about space and about climate and about the world and about things that are so much bigger than us, and he brings them down. And a lot of other things too. Anyway, I digress. But I wanted to share some Ignacio love because the dude is awesome and he deserves it, and maybe you guys will want to go see him play somewhere. Cha-cha-cha. It is National Nut Day. We have addressed that. It is also Eat a Pretzel Day. It's kind of an action thing day today. Eat a pretzel day, okay? So have hazelnut coffee and eat a pretzel. It's National Scar Appreciation Day. Maybe we can tell some scar stories. I've got some good scar stories. And I think all of them are past the statute of limitations. That's the nice thing about hitting 50. Is a lot of the dumb shit I did in college, it's long beyond the years of prosecution. Not that there would be anything massively prosecutable. It is National Scar Appreciation Day, though, so cheers to that. National Make a Dog's Day. Make a Dog's Day today. You know, my friend Emily Middendorf, she posted something. Her and Paige foster, love, take care of dogs, and they do such an amazing job. And anyway, they've been fostering a dog basically that's in hospice, and giving her just the best life until her life has passed. And, you know, that takes a strong, strong person, obviously a big heart, but a strong heart to be able to do that. There's nothing makes me sadder than having to say goodbye to a puppy or a kitty or whatever. Mustard! And sometimes, you know, but sometimes a dog, maybe the best thing is they're euthanized because of how sick they are or whatever it is. But this is an opportunity for her to live out the remainder of her days with so much love and affection and all the good stuff. So anyway, shout out to them. So they're making that Dog's Day. And so that's why I mentioned it on National Make a Dog's Day. Good morning, Troy. Troy makes dogs happy, and he trains them so well. If you guys, I know we've mentioned it in the past, especially this summer, catfish season, but Troy is a disc dog professional. He and his doggos are amazing. They're amazing. They're so fun to watch. And Troy is as nimble as a cat. You look at Troy and you're like, you know, people look at me. They're like, you know, he doesn't look like he gets around too quick. And I don't. But Troy, man, that dude, he's like a ninja. He's like, dog jumping off his back. And he does like frisbee tosses. And, I mean, he's good. Get on it, Troy. He's making Dogs Days happy today. It's National Leave a Review Day. If you order something today, or you just received a shipment, maybe you're stocking up on your Tide Pods for snacks for Halloween, leave a review on Amazon or wherever you bought them from. Do you do that? Are you a regular reviewer? I am. If it's a product that I sincerely liked, and you know, if it wasn't just a soap, hey, this is the soap, I might review it if it's awesome soap. But yeah, I try to leave reviews. I try to do it on Google too. I don't leave shitty reviews unless something really deserves, hey, you need to know this because this thing is broke too easy, it's unsafe, blah, blah, blah. National Leave a Review Day, National Couch Potato Day, National Sparkling Water Day, and National Love Your Melon Day. Melon singular. Although in October we are, focusing on breast cancer awareness. By the way, ladies, if you're not scheduling your mammograms, get your titties squished and get your mammograms. Please do that. It is important. Just as important for me to have somebody shove a tool up my butt or to play with my nuts on National Nut Day and make sure I ain't got no weird lumpies or anything. Inspect yourself, okay? And go to the doctor to get inspected. And if you can't afford it, you don't have insurance, you don't have that, there are probably, most likely, services available in your area where you can qualify for or you can participate in free mammograms. I know that St. Francis Medical Center here in Cape Girardeau, we have two big-ass hospitals. They like to fight all the time. It's really dumb. But that's why our medical costs are so high. Anyway, here. St. Francis, though, has their mobile mammogram bus deal, and yesterday it was set up at Safe House for Women, and I'm under the assumption it may be on a regular basis there. But point is, if you are too poor to go to the doctor, you don't have insurance, you don't have insurance that's good enough to cover what you can afford to get these things done, please do it. Okay? The end. So love your melon. Are your melons today on National Love Your Melon Day? I personally love a good melon. I'm going to miss watermelons. I'm not going to lie. I don't like the summer or the winter melons, especially with all the tariffs and stuff. They're not coming through quick. They're not coming through efficiently. They're not sweet. The winter melons are just, Shit, it's already 7:42. Okay, we got to cook today. We got a smarter than a fifth grader lined up. We are not going to F around and find out. Yeah. Dennis had a box with 2 holes cut in it. Said, put boobies here. Yeah, that fell all right. You're good. Next. It was terrible. And then he got booted off Facebook again. Today's TIQ. 17% of people surveyed are afraid of this. What are they afraid of? 17%. This is not a majority answer, okay? So it's not going to be the first thing that comes to your mind, probably. Today's TIQ is sponsored by Photography by Rory. Rory does great photography. Check her out on the interwebs at photobyrory, RORI.com. She'll take business photos and give you a better ROI from RORI. I don't know. Death. Thank you, Mr. Vaughn. Gregory Vaughn, leader of the free world. Might as well be. It's shut down anyway. Death. Spiders. No. I don't like spiders and snakes. I can't remember the rest of the song. My mom used to sing it to me when I was a little kid. Guess away, today's winner will receive a squirt of hand sanitizer because we're getting into the cold and flu season, as we talked about on Monday, and we'll roll for your lucky number today. And, of course, don't prematurely ring, October pink cowbell today. All right, we got some birthdays. Stretch your neck for these. Driving. Trump. Nope, all good answers. No, it. First off, happy belated birthday to one of Cape's most beloved downtown bartending icons, the illustrious David Jackson Jr. Davey, happy birthday. I already posted on that, and he already commented, so we're good. We're over it. Also, a very, very belated birthday. Well, not any more than Davey's was. It was yesterday. A more emotionally tied belated birthday to one of my Texie besties, Brad Sullivan, whom I did not visit when I went down to Fort Worth for Justin's mom's funeral, but that's because I had to get back and you were too far. But we'll do it again soon. We'll chill. But happy birthday, Brad Sullivan. Love you, miss you. Snoogans. I have a picture of Brad Sullivan with the Statue of Liberty inside a bar called Reptiles in South San Antonio, Texas. We had some fun. It is not speed race, not U.S. politicians, not shots, not Halloween. That seems like the trophy answer, though, doesn't it? Oh, we're in the spooky season. Woo! I've got my pumpkin spice. Happy birthday today to Dwayne McAllister. Dwayne was one of my Texas bartenders as well. Kind of a tie-in of our two belated birthdays. But Dwayne bartended and worked at the Curtain Club and Liquid Lounge, which was same building on the corner down in Deep Ellum in Dallas, and I miss those days. Dwayne was an awesome bartender, and he's an awesome guy, good human. I like that guy. I'm not going to do another Dwayne the bathtub joke, though. Fireworks? No. Taxes? No. Good guesses. Jamie Gooch, musician and good human. Happy birthday, Jamie Gooch. Clowns. That's a good guess. I'm going to guess that's a higher percentage. I don't know. Clowns don't bother me, but, man, I've seen that somebody that's deathly afraid of clowns. It's a triggering thing. Another Obama term. No. But at this point, I'd take it. over anything else I've seen coming up. At least he could speak coherently and used words. Big words. Tom Harness. Happy birthday, Tom. Tom is a Southern Illinois media entrepreneur and pretty sharp guy. Looks good in a dapper bowler, too. Tom Harness, happy birthday. Eileen Seaver's birthday today. Eileen to the left or Eileen to the right? I don't know. But Eileen is awesome. Eileen's she's fit, man. You got to watch out. She will dance your pants off. Eileen is rocking. Happy birthday. The opposite sex. Good guess. Not it. We're asking 17% of people surveyed are afraid of this. What is it? Mikey Kester, he just goes by Mike now. We're old. Mike Kester, happy birthday, sir. Hope you have a great day. And Carrie Monteith Wagner, who I saw not too far ago. What am I trying to say? It's been relatively recently since I've seen her. It's been since August anyway. Happy birthday, Carrie. I know how old you are today. Because we went to school together. Carrie Monteith, Carrie Wagner, always had the most beautiful hair. And she could play a French horn like the devil at the crossroads. Happy birthday. Aglets. No, but that's a darn good guess. And a fun Phineas and Ferb episode. Afraid of water. Electric outlets. Good guesses. Not it. It is Jonathan Lipnicki. He's 35 today, and his name's just fun to say. Lipnicki. Zach Hansen, pop star, 40. Holy crap, the Hansen kid's 40. Deontay Wilder is 40. He is a fighter, boxer. Shaggy, it was a me. Bombaclat. Rapper Shaggy is 57 today. Did you guys see when Shaggy was doing the stuff with Sting from the Police, you know? No. Toaster pop-ups. Ooh, the old toaster jump scare. Lorraine's house, is your house like just protected from shock noises? Are these things you're afraid of? The electric outlets, the toasters, water. Lorraine's having some serious 80s horror movie moments, right? Comedian Carlos Mencia is 58 today. Bob Odenkirk is 63. I know him from the old days of Bob Odenkirk, but of course you guys know him if you watched Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. But I know him from the Ass Pennies days. That's all I'm going to say. Clowns, no, John, and good morning. John was a late nighter last night, I'm sure. It was after 12 before I finally fell asleep. But that 44 I had was unsweet tea, so that's my own damn fault. Computer virus. Commitment. Ooh, good guesses. Not it. Every time. Who else birthday today? Oh, Jeff Goldblum is 73 today, and glad to see you. Wants to get you an apartment. Jeff Goldblum, by the way, has a mural in Sikeston, Missouri. Not a lie. Damn truth. It's close to my wife's office. Afraid of dogs. Nope. Dude, I know you heard me say last night, we were across the desk from each other, like, man, I don't think I'm going to do a show in the morning. And it was at that point, I don't know, it was like 9-ish, right at 9. And I was like, Then I got home and I'm like, well, I can't fall asleep. I got home, though, and I did eat tortilla soup that I made vicariously through Carrie. I'm not going to say I cooked it, but it was really good. And I ate it with some tortilla scoops chips, which made it even better. And then I worked on my show prep. All in good time. Deepak Chopra is 79 and Christopher Lloyd is 87. And holy shnikes, Christopher Lloyd is 87. You know, yesterday was Back to the Future Day, 10/21, allegedly. That's your birthday stuff. Today, right off the bat, too, I encourage you guys, go to the SEMO ESPN Facebook page, facebook.com/SEMO ESPN. Easy to find. But anyway, we are giving away, I'm giving away some cowbells, but they're the Cape Tiger cowbells. I got 2 of them because Katie Rivas made 2 cowbells for me to give away, which is awesome. And they got little ribbons in it. Can I reach it from here? Fuck it. Come here. I'm going to get this one. Ha. I got 2 of them, but I'll show you how cute they are. Look at that. You got the little CT on there, and she got the little paw prints. Meow. Anyway, good stuff. We'll ring the CT cowbell today, too, for our winner. I'm not giving them away here. I'm giving them away over on CMO ESPN. And because the algorithm sucks, you need to go over there and like that post because I'm going to give them away tomorrow, just in time for districts, right? CT. Great Scott! I know. 87. Christopher Lloyd's 87. Dogs, Uber driver, lawnmowers, horses. No, good guesses. Horses is a good guess. I wouldn't have thought of that. Hey, on this date in 1797, the world's first parachute jump took place. We're going to do a mini deep dive on this in just a little bit because it's an interesting story. 100 years later, the first used car dealership opened. 1897. I mean, well, how many cars were used at that point? Who was like, damn, I got to upgrade? I heard there's one with 4 wheels now. Fred Flintstone. 1962, U.S. President John F. Kennedy announces that American spy planes had discovered Soviet nuclear weapons in Cuba. He ordered a naval quarantine of the island nation, surround them. It was the Cuban Missile Crisis. It was serious, scary shit in the time that it was in. Finding out your girl got one bigger than you do. That's a 17. That's probably like 8%. Lightning. That's a good guess. Alas, it is not the correct one. It was on this date in 1966, the Beatles' Revolver fell off the number 1 spot on the charts. What knocked Beatles' Revolver off the number 1 spot? It was the first female group to hit number 1 on the charts with an album in the U.S. Number 1 album in the U.S. was the Supremes' A Go-Go. It bumped the Beatles' Revolver off the charts. The Supremes knocked them off. 1976, Bob Seger releases Night Moves. I don't know what just happened. This computer's locked up. Shit. Okay, there we go. Wow, that was neat. I don't think that affected the stream, though, because that's not the computer that's streaming. Bob Seger, Night Moves, comes out. His first solo album, our first studio album, 1976. It was a day of independence for Bob Seger. 1981, the FDA approves the artificial sweetener aspartame, a.k.a. NutraSweet, for tabletop use. Aspartame later linked to circumcisional autism. Probably. We'll just wait for that bullshit to come out. 1988, Phil Collins hits number 1 with Groovy Kind of Love. It's a cover song, right? But do you like it? Do you like the Phil Collins 80s, 90s? Some of it I do. I can remember, I have a vivid memory for some reason when I was working on the Christmas tree farm and I was out there shaping trees and I was listening to Phil Collins and I remember having my Walkman on and it was ooh, you know, I wish it would rain down on me. You know that song? The rain, Phil Collins, Rain on Me or whatever. And I like that. I like the shit out of that. I was out there. And alone chopping up Christmas trees. Not chopping them up, but, shaping them. We got to keep moving. Shit, it's 7:55. 2012, 13 years ago, Taylor Swift releases her 4th album, Red. This one featured the We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together number 1 jam. It was the first single on the album, by the way, is a kiss-off to a never-named ex. She never named him. Never said who it was. 2020, an Elton John Barbie doll went on sale. The doll had bell-bottom jeans, electric boots, and pink sunglasses. Little transition to cheap sunglasses from ZZ Top, and then in transitioning into our very own bearded wonder, the one, the only, Stone Richards, Weather Lord, bringer of freedom, bringer of fall. It's fall, y'all. Stone, how we looking today? Sunshine, high of 66, 67, 68. Damn it, can't get to 69 today? No, we have to turn around. Clear skies. It'll be a little breezy today. May see some 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts in the afternoon, but not as much as yesterday. Tonight, low of 42, mostly clear. Thursday, high of 67, just like today, but a little calmer. Friday, though, we'll see about a 20-30% chance of showers rolling in the afternoon. That'll stick through the evening, pretty much on and off throughout the weekend into Monday and Tuesday. So a little bit of chance of showers this weekend. Also, to those of you in the central Appalachians, if you will, southern Virginia to northeastern Georgia, the dry conditions and gusty winds that you are receiving is going to bring an elevated fire weather threat today through the weekend. So right now, at least today. So that's just a little tip. Don't, if you're in the central Appalachians, please don't go burn anything today. Don't do dumb things. Okay. Oh, Stone, I didn't realize you were still here. You may go now. Brekkie Bits. Still taking your guesses on the TIQ. Scrolling below. 17% of people are afraid of this. We've had all kinds of great guesses, but not the right one yet. And you got to remember, again, think 17%, so not a majority. But, go ahead and feel free to just spill your own fears, because you never know. You may be one of the 17%ers. If there's 100 of you watching, 17 of you are probably afraid of this. Or at least 15 if we're on the low side of the average. Bryant Gumbel, former Today Show host and sportscaster, 77. He has been reportedly hospitalized following a medical emergency. Not sure what's going on there. Birds. No. But after an Alfred Hitchcock watch party, maybe so. After missing last year's holiday season, the Little Debbie cake fans will love this. The Little Debbie chocolate Christmas tree cakes will make their return this year. Gone, fatty. Eat the whole box. It don't matter. Be you. Merry Christmas. Sharp knives. No, but good guess. I'm your boyfriend now, Tracy. In the Indian city of Ayodhya City in Uttar Pradesh State, they set a new record for the number of lights lit along the river to celebrate Diwali on Monday evening. 2.6 million lights were lit along the river. It's beautiful. Craziness. But cool for their celebration. This is the week, by the way, of the annual Bison Roundup in Theodore Roosevelt National Park. It's western North Dakota. And 700 bison. They're all herded to basically where they winter. They're driven to the tribal lands where they winter with the help of helicopters. So that's how they're corralling these bison. Pretty cool. And a little easier than horseback. Sharp knives, wire hangers. No wire hangers! Name that movie, right? Little Mommy Dearest action. We're going to the 70s on that one. Exams. No. Just wait till they get that bill. Yeah. It's like the Griswolds when they flipped on the switch in Christmas Vacation and they had to fire up the nuclear plant and all that. Kind of like that. No, I think these were mostly manually lit. I don't know. I don't know if they're electric lit or manually lit. I'd have to do a little more research, but I'm not gonna. The Angels were in talks with future Hall of Famer Albert Pujols, whom we'd love to see in St. Louis managing a team, but the talks with the Angels has fallen apart. So it doesn't look like Pujols is going to be going to the Angels to be their next manager. Oh, we're keeping Marmol here in St. Louis because we had such a spectacular fucking season this year. Apparently, San Diego and the Orioles are said to be interested. The Orioles would take freaking Freddie Mercury if he was resurrected as a baseball coach. Like, they need anything they can get. It's just not been the same. Candy from Strangers. That's a good guess. Not it. Not it. Yeah, this one's got some legs. It'll last a little longer than I thought it would today. The memoir of the late Virginia Giuffre, one of Jeffrey Epstein's most vocal and open victims. Her memoir, Nobody's Girl, is out in bookstores now. And I believe, and I apologize for not knowing this for sure, but I believe she committed suicide not too long ago. The book is out. We're going to leave it at that. Debbie Harry says she would love it if Florence Pugh would play her in a biopic. I think that would be badass. And she would do well, I think. Kim Kardashian, apparently, they're saying, has been hooking up with Drake lately. Yeezy. It's his mortal enemy. Kanye and Drake. Nemesis. I don't know. I guess they are. Strangers without candy. I mean, being afraid of strangers in general. You're not shy. You're scared fruitless. All right. We're going to do a quick deep dive or deep skydive on our parachute story. Because today, 1797, the very first parachute jump happened. Now, you got to think back. 1797, this is a many, many moons ago. The parachute jump happened from a hot air balloon, by the way. It was Parc Monceau in Paris is where the historic jump happened. The world's first recorded parachute jump. And obviously first successful parachute jump because the guy walked away from it, right? I mean, there may have been some attempts. Oh, what did you learn? That's my last assistant. Sacre bleu. I hope the next one works out. Anyway, October 22nd, 1797, in Paris, a daring feat by André-Jacques Garnerin. André-Jacques, AJ, a French balloonist and inventor, obviously. The altitude, Garnerin ascended to about 3,000 feet, about 900 meters. In a hydrogen balloons. Okay, so he went up in a balloon, singing songs or whatever, with all his stuff to do his thing. He's 3,000 feet above the ground. He didn't like we're like, oh, you jumped off the edge of the roof with an umbrella, like because it works in the cartoons, and then that's how you broke your ankle as a kid. This dude went to 3,000 feet. Okay, he had to have extra hydrogen to hold his giant brass balls. The parachute was a 23 feet wide silk canopy shaped like an umbrella with rigid ribs. Had ribs, okay? But it was shaped like an umbrella. So picture that. It was attached to, the ribs all attached to a wicker basket, which he could stand in. Okay, so it was almost like a balloon with a crop top. The descent. Okay, once at 3,000 feet, got in his parachute deal, and the cord, he cut the cord that connected the parachute to his balloon. The canopy opened and he descended. It was not a smooth descent. And do you know why? He had no vent inside his umbrella parachute. So that freaking thing started oscillating wildly, right? Just like when you drop an umbrella, we've seen that shit. That's what happened with this guy, except he was in the basket and he held on and he made it to the ground. He landed heavily, but landed uninjured, proving the concept worked. And here's an interesting side note. He conceived the idea. He came up with the idea for this parachute when he was imprisoned during the French Revolution. And he was dreaming of escaping from prison. Came up with a parachute. Because what the hell else are you going to do? Umbrellas, no. Balloons, no. But I can see where you take your inspiration, Lorraine. Okay. He later became France's official aeronaut, conducting over 200 parachute jumps, including one from 8,000 feet in England. His wife, Jeanne Genevieve Garnerin, became the first female parachutist in 1799. 2 years later, his wife was like, well, I've seen this dumbass do it about 1,500 times. Yeah, sure. I'm in. The jump, though, the initial jump, marked the beginning of parachuting as a viable aerial escape and eventually a sport. His bold experiment paved the way for modern skydiving and aerial safety systems. And above all of this, when he did this jump, the dude was 28 years old. That's it. It wasn't some dapper dude, like you. I don't know where your brain goes. 28. That's insane. Red Bull should make T-shirts with this man's face on it. André-Jacques Garnerin. Put his face on a T-shirt, Red Bull. Let's make it happen. All right, what time is it? 8:06. Oh, right on. Anderson Santos. Hey, dude. How are you? Happy Wednesday, my man. The Crazy Brazil Asylum. No doubt. Planes, roundabouts, Ferris wheels. No, good guesses, though. The TIQ continues to roll on down the road. I got my one wheelie shirt on today. So here's to nothing. Oh, and I am going to show you guys this. I asked AI to give me a comic illustration of this story of the parachutist. And this just cracked me up. So I'm going to show you the full panel here. He starts out with a white balloon. And then it goes in, and then he's going up in his balloon, and then it goes to the parachute, and go, here's to nothing. And then here it is oscillating down that panel on the other side, but thing made it look like it turned inside out, right? Woof! Ah, he said. But then he landed, and here's my favorite part, is the AI made his legs are through the basket. He landed heavily, but walked away uninjured, but apparently wore the basket like pants when he walked away. So there you go. The power of AI compels you. What? Useless facts? Of course I've got those. Do you play board games? You play card games? Huh? You like to roll the bones a little bit? 2% of people say they always cheat when they play board games or they play card games. Innocent little cheats. Maybe an ace up their sleeve. Or maybe they bump the Candyland token an extra space. I don't know. 2% of people, though. So McDonald's prices may vary depending on location, right? Did you know the most expensive McDonald's in the U.S. is in Alaska? Obvious reasons. It's more expensive to eat at McDonald's in Alaska than any other state in the U.S. Getting burned, like physically burned, is a good guess. Not it. Today's TIQ is wildly vague, and I love it. And it's still rolling. 17% of people surveyed said they are afraid of this. Was ist los? The average parent eats standing up about 150 times a year. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm a little less than that. Fire. No. Fire. No. Nor are they afraid of the Ohio players. About 42% of us turn on a nightlight before bed. Do you guys turn a nightlight on? I don't rock a nightlight. But I say that when I come to bed, if Carrie's gone to bed ahead of me, typically she'll leave the TV on so I can see where the hell I'm going. Or I'll use my phone light. I use my phone light every morning when I get ready so I don't flip on the overhead and wake her up. Getting cancer. God, I'd hope that'd be higher than 17%. Contracting a disease. No. But good guesses. 17%. The McRib. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Fatty Darren said McRib gets a thumbs up. I know all the things about it. I know. It's good. Onions are good. Good sauce. It's nasty for you. But I like the McRib. Did you know in Germany the McRib is available all year round? Well, there you go. Ladies from 20 to 25, women from 20 to 25, their phone goes off an average of 62 times a day. 62 times a day. Holy shnikes. That's almost 3 times an hour. Going blind. No. But valid. Being tickled. No. Yeah, it's a good thing it's only seasonal. Yeah. And you can never get a an unsloppy. If you get an unsloppy McRib, like if it's not just already slid all over that shit in the box and you got to put the onions back on it, it's probably not going to be a good McRib because they minced out on the sauce. I don't know why anybody would do that. Guys, have you ever been asked out by a woman? According to Marie Claire, 65% of men, a majority, have been asked out by a woman. I don't know, honestly. I'm trying to think. I don't retain dating history because I don't really date. I've never really been a dater. Like, let me just go. When I got separated the first time, I did for a little bit before I met Carrie. Before we committed, anyway. But, yeah, Dennis, so you can go to Germany and you can just subsist on McRibs and good beer. You can have I'm sorry, that was cutting loose. That's the pizza, John. That's those green peppers. I knew it. Okay. On average, we spend about 10% of our day outside. Should be more. If you're a server, by the way, waiter, waitress, whatever you want to call yourself, if you serve people things and they tip you, if you wear red, you can expect 20% more tips if you wear red. That is apparently it. Why are there not more red uniforms than for the servers? Why is it always a black motif? Trying to keep the tips low, aren't you? Freaking dare to dream. Yeah. You can subsist on McRibs for the next 6 months, and then your whole entire system will shut down. But that's going to be a blissful 6 months. Overworking. Do you feel like you're overworked? Not talking about your pay, just saying, do you work yourself too much? This has been an overworked month for me. I have been very poor at balancing myself this month. I posted, if you caught my little selfie with the coffee this morning, that was it. That's where it's been this month. And I don't mean just October, like the last 30 days. A recent study says that overworking your brain might cause you to overeat. I will believe that. I believe that. Because your brain is constantly feeling like it's tired. Oh, your body must need nourishment. I got to eat. You got to power up. That's why you eat good foods for your brain, especially on National Nut Day. Nightmares. No. Good guess, though. According to Harvard Business School, people who apologize are perceived as more trustworthy. I'm sorry. Now let me help you with this. Oh, he apologized. I guess I can trust him. But that's just what our conditioning is, apparently. Okay. That's it. Oh, that one. We're done with the did you knows. The next one's stupid. Bring in the Terminator child. Skynet Science Camp. I forgot about this graphic. I was glad to see it this morning. This is one I was especially proud of. It all started with a smashed robotic hand. Still taking your TIQ guesses. 17% of us are afraid of this. What is it? A hint time, definitely. It's 8:15. It is not something specific, meaning that it's kind of a categorical answer where a lot of your specific answers, maybe you've said them, maybe you haven't. I'm not going to give you any clue there. But a lot of your specific answers would fit under the umbrella of what the actual answer is. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, sorry. Now, am I more trustworthy? People who say they are sorry. No. Not enough money to retire. That's a legit fear, but no. That's why I'm just going to have to work the rest of my life. You guys are going to be watching this shit. Good morning. I'm live at Hardee's, and I got biscuits and gravy. And I'm on a hoverboard. Smarter than a fifth grader time, though. The following 5 questions come from the standard curriculum of a fifth grade public school education in the United States of America. Animals. No. But that's a good guess. But you're getting the concept, Jeannie, I can tell by guessing animals, right? That's a pretty vague, overarching, categorical answer. Bravo. Get 4 out of 5 right. Keep track of your own score. Use chalk or your Big Chief tablet and a number 2 lead pencil. Ready? Question number 1. What is number 10 to the 4th power? The number 10 to the 4th power. Is it A, 1,000, B, 10,000, or C, 1 million? What is 10 to the fourth power? A, 1,000, B, 10,000, or C, 1 million? 1 million. I have 10 to the fourth power dollars, bro. 1,000, I'd take any dollar to the power of 10, frankly. Thank you for that. Dennis says, 1 gazillion dollars. A, 1,000, B, 10,000, or C, 1 million. The answer is B. B, 10,000. 10 times 10 is 100. Times 10 is 1,000. Times 10 is 10,000. That's 10 to the power of 4. Power of 5 would still only get you to 100,000. Power of 6 would get you to 1 million. And the power of love is a beautiful thing. All right, that's question number 1. Question number 2. Hate math. Which of the following is considered an invertebrate? An invertebrate. A, salamander. B, butterfly. C, goldfish. Which of the following is considered an invertebrate? Salamander, butterfly, goldfish. Sounds like trigger words for a secret agent. These nuts stay. Salamander, butterfly, or goldfish? The correct answer is butterfly, like the new Scott Stapp song. Butterfly. All right, it's a butterfly. It's an invertebrate. Salamander is a delicious treat. All right, question number 3. Excuse me. Question number 3. What was the area of land called that Lewis and Clark explored in the early 1800s? What is the area of land called that Lewis and Clark explored in the early 1800s? Is it A, Alaska, B, the Oregon Territory, or C, the Louisiana Purchase? What was the area of land called Lewis and Clark explored in the early 1800s? A, Alaska, B, the Oregon Territory, or C, the Louisiana Purchase? The areola. They explored the areola. They just kept making circles. Didn't get anywhere. Lorraine says B. Troy says C. Troy's correct. The Louisiana Purchase. Still taking TIQ guesses too, by the way. That clue kind of shut you guys down. It is something that I don't think I've seen anybody guess, because I probably would have given it to you. I don't think anybody has guessed any of the specifics that would fit under the umbrella that is the answer. So it's still out there. So if you've seen something like diabetes, okay, well, I know it's not a disease, fear of a disease. Right? Does that make sense? I believe in you. Ah, shit. I hate math. All right, this one I'm going to copy paste so you guys can read it. Okay. What is the prime factorization of the number 15? Is it A, 3 times 5? Is it B, 1 times 15? Or C, 1 times 3 times 5?
1 times 3 times 5.
What is the prime factorization of the number 15? Actually, I understand this answer because it's 5th grade math. A, B, or C, what is the prime factorization of the number? It's A, 3 times 5.
3 times 5.
3 times 5 is 15. Nope, because it has to be the prime numbers. 3, 5, 15. All right. Final question, number 5. What is the capital of Washington State? A, Seattle, B, Olympia, or C, Tacoma? What is the capital of Washington State? 10 seconds. Boop. The countdown has begun. Can you answer quickly? A, Seattle, Olympia, or Tacoma? What is the capital of Washington State? The answer is B, Olympia. Olympia. And you got it. Good job. Good job. Hey, y'all look like you probably need to go back to school today. That was kind of a rougher one. We had 2 math questions in there. It was like, poopy pants. All right. Fifth grader time is over. Let's get into the hairy-chested, warm and fuzzy. It's sweater season. It's sweater weather. He's got his on. Mine's in here somewhere. I'm not that, well, I might be that hairy. I just don't have as, I don't look like that. I keep mine trimmed up, though. I don't like long belly hair, chest hair. If you wear, like, the fitted, dry fit shirts that pokes through, and then you're like, oh, I got a hair on my shirt. And you pull it, that's attached. Trim it up. Okay, moving on. Warm and fuzzy time. I like this one. Well, let's start with this one instead. KTVB says 85-year-old Idahoan Jan Peterson recently celebrated her birthday by fulfilling her dream of skydiving. You know, I should have submitted this to my dad when he did it at 75. Inspired by a Tim McGraw song, she's living a life full of adventures, from being a rodeo queen to hiking in Switzerland. After losing loved ones during the pandemic, she has embraced each day and decided to take the plunge. So she jumped out of a plane. You braid yours. You got Stevie Wonder chest hair. Her granddaughter joined her in the exhilarating jump, which is really cool and braver than ever I was. It makes it a memorable experience for both of them, of course. But yeah, congratulations, Jan Peterson. And get out there and take it on the world. You don't have a whole lot of time. I don't know what the Tim McGraw song is that inspired her, because I'm not a Tim McGraw fan, but I don't keep track of his tunes. I don't know the names of any of them or the words of any of them, really. But I don't mind hearing one every once in a blue moon. But there you go. Tim McGraw, inspiring old ladies to jump out of planes. Pretty warm and fuzzy to me. This one, Fortune magazine says that Houston billionaires Rich and Nancy Kinder are giving away 95% of their fortune to local causes. And you think, wow, that's really nice. 95%. They have amassed a fortune of $11 billion. So, you know, if you're Darren and you're giving away 95% of your money to do good work, good for you. If you got $11 billion and you're giving away 95% of it to local charities, local causes, local things, improving where you built your fortune, freaking awesome. Their hope is to inspire their grandchildren to carry on their legacy of philanthropy and charitable giving. The Kinders have already donated over $700 million to various causes over the years. And in case you were wondering, they own an energy company. That's Big Texas. All right. Time for your last warm and fuzzy. Now, before we do that, I've got to give a hint for the TIQ. The answer is something... it is something tangible, but not something that, again, it's a vague answer. It's something that involves activity, involves doing and moving. So, I'm going to do this first. Let me get my Facebook page up. I'm going to give you a link to the SEMO ESPN post, so you can go and enter to win that business. Where the hell is it? There it is. Okay, here's the link to... There's the ESPN Facebook page post. You go click that, and you can... Dancing, no. And you can go motorcycle riding, no. You can go like it, love it. I'm the only one that has so far. Now, some of you liked my one, and I'll consider those as entries too, because my share, but not a lot of shares and not a lot of likes on it yet. That's the sucky thing. You know, you can post something cool like that, and see ESPN's algorithm, Facebook's just like, we're not going to show that to any of your followers. How many followers does SEMO ESPN have? You asked Darren knowingly. About 4,000. Well, yeah, 4,000 followers, 3.9 thousand. 3,900 something. Anyway, 3,900 people follow the page. Nobody else sees it, likes it, shares it. Tell me that's not criminal. You know what I mean? Like, that's suppression of information or something stupid, which is probably not even real. Okay, getting back for looking for your comments. Dancing motorcycle, being seen dancing, no. Injuries, no. Car crash, no. Gosh, is it going to make it? Okay, so there's that one. There's your link to the go get it, enter it, whatever, for the cowbells. We're going to give those away tomorrow, so you got all day. What was the other link? I already gave you Ignacio's link. Oh, that's right. I was going to do the rotary auction. That's right. Poopy pants. Working at the car wash. No, 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 no. All right, and there is the rotary auction page. Once we open up the items, then you'll be able to click the view items up in there and get registered and then start bidding on some stuff. But there's a whole big old fat pile of gift cards and experiences and tickets and drive-in, rock and roll drive-in passes and freaking food and... John, if you're here, I see... I think that's why I put it in the list, is because there's a 20144 item for that Aquatic Center membership that is visible on the site. So I think that must have been one that was just accidentally left visible. I mean, it's not open yet, obviously, so we'll just go get rid of it. But anyway, go check out all the goodies. Bid on them. Help your community. Help our community. All right, passing a semi. No. Being caught in general. Nope. Going to jail. Last warm and fuzzy before we reveal today's TIQ answer. WHBQ says a Memphis, Tennessee man is using Halloween to support families battling childhood cancer. Richard Winkle. Oh, gosh. Come on now. That can't be his real name. Dick Winkle? This is the warm and fuzzies. Stone, did you screw up my notes? Richard Winkle. His haunted yard features skeletons, spooky scenes. He's asking for donations to raise funds for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Winkle has already raised almost $2,000 this year. Just people who appreciate his festive holiday cheer for the spooky season, and they give donations. That's good. Every yard display includes a QR code for easy donations to St. Jude. And here locally, we have our own street where this guy, we talked about before, where he's decorated the whole street up and he takes donations for, local charity. It's good to see that. Yeah, no biggie. I figure at some point I'll end up over there too today doing whatever's, getting reports and getting the book built and all that stuff. Going to jail. ICE coming to town. Nope. Okay. I know. Richard Winkle. Okay. Racquetball. Oh, Lorraine, I'm going to give it to you because the answer is sports. 17% of us are afraid of sports. So let's get the dual cowbell action. I'm going to ring that. Look at that adorable Cape Tiger cowbell that you could win on SEMO ESPN's Facebook. It's got a nice tone. Yay, Tigers! Okay. Good job, Lorraine. Let's see what your lucky number is today, Lorraine. Ooh, come on, 7, come 11, even back door, little Joe. Ooh, 3, Lorraine. Got a 2 and a 1 today. Congratulations. Lorraine did it. The 11th hour, swinging for the fences, knocks this one up. It could go the distance. That's going to drive in 2 runs and put Team Lorraine over the top. Pew, 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 pew. That's it. That's the end of the show. Have a great day. Be a nice human. Enjoy your Wednesday. And enjoy the sunshine, the fall weather. It's hoodie time. It's sweater weather. Be kind.